Hey, what's up guys, Jandy here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are staying safe and well, and I also hope you guys are crushing it so far. So today I'm going to be discussing my own 1.5 million Q4 Ecom blueprint. Now this is part 1. And there's going to be a lot of value in this. Now, if you're a dropshipper or e-commerce owner, you are going to want to watch this and make sure you have a pen and paper out or a Word document so you can take notes along the way, because this is going to be full of valuable information that you can implement so that you guys can boost your revenue and overall total profit. Now, like I said, this is part 1 and a quick overview of the topics that we're going to be touching on today. We are going to define my own finance KPIs and goals. I'm also going to be sharing how I created my team or my current team. And then we're going to touch on methodologies, SOPs, and templates. I know this sounds a bit weird and you probably haven't heard about this if you are doing dropshipping, but this is how you are going to level up. Now, the next things are product offer and logistics, CRO, email marketing, and other essential apps. Awesome. So my finance KPI and goals. My goal for this Q4 is to generate over 1.5 million USD in revenue total for all of my 4 stores. Now, obviously you want to determine a profit or a goal profit wise. So our current profit goal is 20%. That's from now up to this end of December. Now, most of you guys know that Q4 is the most important season for all business owners, just because customers have that buying state of mind. So make sure you guys set a goal, because this is going to be really important. Now, 60% of my budget will be Facebook ads and Google ads, and we are going to explain that on part 2 as well, more in depth. Now, 20% budget will be influencer ads and 20% other platforms such as Snapchat, YouTube ads, and perhaps Pinterest as well. I also have a goal of reaching an email revenue total 20% from the total revenue, and this is really important as well, so I'm putting a lot of emphasis on that this year. Obviously, you want to prepare before BFCM in December. If you don't know what BFCM is Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And ideally, you want to have these set up before November, before you actually scale your ads, scale your store, and scale your overall revenue. And you want to increase your average order value by at least 10%. This is just going to give you more space to work with, because obviously it's going to get more expensive, especially if you are using some sort of ad platform. Okay, so you want more profit margin into your stores. You want to also increase your email list. Have a goal for that as well per brand. For example, I want at least 5,000 emails per brand, just so that when we start launching campaigns and sending out those campaigns, we are going to hit those 20% email total revenue. If you haven't implemented a sign up form or a welcome flow into your store, pause this video right now and implement that straight away. This is going to increase your total profit by at least 50%, no joke. So if you're not capturing those emails, then I suggest you guys set that up right now. I also want to partner with 20 influencers in total. That's perhaps 5 influencers per brand. I put 20 influencers because we want to work with those that are between $200 to $500 budget per influencer, and it will start adding up once we get more influencers in total. And we are going to discuss more on that later on, especially on part 2. Before November, ideally you want to find 6 winning creatives per brand or with your store at the moment. This is because once you hit November, you are going to be spending 5x or 10 up to 10x more ad spend, because you want to push your profit. And like I said, this is when customers are saving their money from Q1 to Q3 to spend on Q4. So with 6 winning creatives per brand, you are going to have a lot of creatives to work with. If you only have one winning creative and you start scaling, then that's probably most likely going to die out the first week of November. So if you have 6 winning creatives, it should last you up to end of December. But always continuously testing those creatives and find those winning creatives. Now, you also want to ideally increase your conversion rate. Our goal is to increase it by 20% from our current conversion rate per brand. So for example, I have a 3.2% conversion rate from one of my brand. Our goal is to increase that by 20%, and we're going to touch more on conversion rate later on, as well as email as well. And lastly, you want to have enough stock. If you don't have enough stock, then I don't know what you guys are preparing for, especially in Q4, because it's gonna get crazy. If you have a winning product, or if you are selling well throughout this year with your e-commerce store, then just make sure you have forecasted how many stock you are going to need. Now, if you're a dropshipper, I do recommend still, if you have a winning product, if you are scared to bulk order from China and send it to USA, you at least bulk order just in China, because that's gonna cut off at least 3 to 5 days processing time. If you're not aware, your current supplier is most likely not your manufacturer, so they also have to order it from the manufacturer, get it sent to their warehouse, and then they have to pick and pack. So that's gonna take about 3 to 5 days before they actually ship it out. So I do recommend to bulk order, even just keep it in your supplier's warehouse, and that's kind of cut off 3 to 5 days shipping time, and you don't want to have a lot of complaints, especially in Q4 from customers, because it's going to cut off your profit. Now, creating my team. So my current e-commerce team, at the moment, I have one person doing video creator. I have another person doing graphics, UI, UX, ad image designer, another person doing copywriter and CRO specialist, email and influence marketer. Now, ideally, I also want to hire an experienced ecom strategist just before November, and we'll see how we go. If I get too busy, then I'll probably most likely hire that person. Now, with the video creator, he is doing such a good job generating about 3 to 4 videos per brand. Now, same as the graphics, UI, UX, ad image designer, he's producing us 3 to 5 images per brand to run ads on, and also carousel ads in GIFs as well. And he helps out with all the design stuff with our e-commerce stores. Now, with a copywriter, you also want a copywriter because they are going to essentially help you with the ad copies, your product descriptions, and make sure that copywriter knows what your brand is, so that they can talk like the same language as your customers, which is really important. If you are talking like your customer, you're going to boost your success as well. Now, a CRO specialist is very important. Very, very important. Now, CRO is a conversion rate optimizer. I hired this person. By the way, these are all from onlinejobs.ph. Really highly recommend, and they're good price for their skills as well. Now, with the CRO, we basically test at least once a week of one variable per brand, and we leave that for 7 days at least. And if we are going to determine, okay, did that boost our conversion rate or not? If it didn't, then move on to the next hypothesis or next theory that we can implement into our website, and make sure it's just one variable, because you don't want to mix up those experiments, because if you do mix them up, then you're actually not sure which one affected your conversion rate, right? Key takeaway here for conversion rate is to implement just one variable, one test per week, and also leave enough time, enough traffic, so you can decide, okay, this is actually boosting our conversion rate. Now, with the email and influence marketer, one person, they're in charge of doing email flows and also campaigns, setting those up, and then contacting influencers as well. Really, really important. She's doing a great job in our team so far for all brands. So let's move on. All right. So my current customer service team. So I have kind of like 2 departments. I have my ecom team, and also I have my customer service team. Currently, I have one customer success manager managing these 2 CSRs, which are your customer service reps. They are in charge of doing the customer service stuff, such as replying to customers through emails, and your social media as well. And also they look after the ordering of your products, so they do all those backend stuff. And it's really important to have a process for this, so that once you start scaling, you're gonna need more people in your team. And hence why I made someone a manager to handle the other 2 reps, and that's just gonna take off a lot of workload from your store. Now ideally, I want to hire more people depending on the workload that's put on them, and also the amount of traffic that we're getting. So we'll see how it goes. I'll probably get my customer success manager to start interviewing other potential customer service reps. Now, this is not fun, but really important if you don't have this in place. It's your methodologies and SOPs and templates as such. I currently run an Agile Method or something similar like that. I suggest you guys look up the Agile Method. Now with this Agile Method, we are able to run 1 week sprints. So sprints is basically every week you have set of tasks for your team, and they're gonna work on that particular task. And our sprint will go from Monday up to Sunday. So that Monday we will have our sprint planning or sprint meeting, and then that's gonna enable us to determine, okay, which tasks are we gonna work on, and we're gonna collaborate. This is a collaborative effort, and this is really important. I used to do all the decisions for my businesses, but once I started taking in ideas from other people as well, it basically just enhance our business. And then from there on, we usually do a Monday to Friday. We'll have the creative setup, we'll have the email marketing setup as well, and the CRO test that we're doing. And we are using ClickUp as the collaboration and project management tool. I'll actually show it to you guys. It's really important that you guys use these kind of project management tool. There's Asana, there's Trello, and much more. I'm sure you guys have heard of that, and start utilizing these kind of tools. So this is ClickUp here, and I've separated it into 4 different categories. We got creative, we got a person doing website, looking after that, and then email and influence marketing. And also at the bottom we'll have our product backlogs. Now the backlog is basically your ideas that you want to implement throughout Q4, and then every sprint planning, for example on Monday, we're gonna decide from the backlog what we want to work on for that particular week. Now you can add as much backlog as you can. I do encourage my team to start adding their ideas as well, so that we get more backlogs, and if it's really important, then we'll put it into the next sprint as soon as possible. So for example, with the creative, we'll have our epic. Now epic is basically your theme. So with an epic per sprint, this is basically the whole key message or key story for that particular sprint. And that's going to enable your creative makers, such as your video designer and also your image designer, to get the key message for the creative that they're about to make. So for example, you have a pet product, and your epic idea for that sprint, so from Monday to Friday, your epic or your key message will be, does your pet's hair stressing you out, or something like that. And then, you know, from that one key message or theme, you can have a lot of different kinds of ideas from your creative team, and they're gonna start putting their ideas in. They start making the creatives based on that theme, that pain point that you want to do for that sprint. Okay, now obviously we have the website, just doing the conversion rate optimization, and then we also have the emails and influence marketer. We're about to set up a lot of email campaigns, and also I got her to do or find at least 3 influencers that we can work with. Now just back to this, and just to expand this even further, like I said, every sprint planning during Monday, we decide a task that needs to be done this week for each person, and we have about 4 brands, so all 4 brands will have all these categories here, which I just showed you on ClickUp. The creative team, video producer, designer, copywriter, and me, so that's the whole creative team. Epic is introduced as the key theme for the week, and all creatives must be finished by Friday, as will be launched on Sunday, and that's one whole sprint done. Okay, you know, SOPs are really important. If you don't have SOPs in place for your business, then it's gonna be hard. This is not the pretty stuff, because it doesn't give you that that satisfaction, like for example making a sale. You know, this is more so in the very back end of your business, so you don't get that instant gratification from this by doing it. But this is where most of the dropshippers or ecom business owners fall off. If you don't have a good structure in your business, then it's gonna be hard for you to efficiently scale up. Okay, now SOPs are created as templates for each person to work with. Now this is for us on ClickUp. Okay, I create a template for them on ClickUp, and then they just follow that. So lately I've just been creating templates for my team and also just launching ads. I don't have to worry about doing all the admin stuff or the email marketing stuff or doing the videos, because I already have a team for that. But what I do want is a detailed guide template for them to get off. One thing to remember, if they are not doing a good job, it's not their fault. It's mainly your fault, because you're the leader of your team and you're not giving them the right specifications, guidelines, and templates to follow. They're just going to produce from your own template, and obviously if it doesn't look good enough, then it's actually your fault. So don't ever blame your team unless they actually do something wrong. Okay, for recurring tasks, creating a template that you can save and upload each sprint. This could be like that Epic that I explained before. I have an Epic template. I'll have my video guy putting his ideas there, video scripting. I add examples from other brands. So it's a collaborative effort, but you also want a template so that it makes it efficient for you to run your business. Now VAs will also have their detailed SOPs. So what I do here, or what I did at the start, is I trade one VA, and I just handheld this VA. She was doing all the customer service stuff, all the ordering stuff, and then I got her to start documenting. This is really important even from the start. Okay, even if you don't have a VA yet, start documenting, so that once you hire a VA, they can just look at the documents that you made and you don't have to teach them at all. Okay, and you can do the same thing with them. With the VAs you have at the moment, if you want to create more efficient way to run your business, you're gonna need their ideas on how you can optimize your for example your customer satisfaction, replying to customers through social media. How can you efficiently run that? And what I suggest is get them to write their own document so that they can pass it on to others as well as you grow more. Now each SOP must evolve as your business evolves to reduce miscommunication and risks of hindering the business. So what I mean by that is, obviously when you scale up, once your brand starts to actually grow, then your SOPs, your current procedures, are gonna change over time. And this is why you're gonna continuously edit your SOPs and encourage other people to include their ideas in your SOPs, so that you are always ahead of the game. So that's all the methodologies and SOPs. Really important. If you don't have this set up, a structured business will make your life so much easier and will be so much scalable. Alright, so now let's talk about the product offers and logistics. My main shipping arrangement at the moment, 100% of inventory will be in USA, hopefully. Most of my customers, well, 90% of my customers are in USA anyway, and 10% other countries. Whenever I bulk order for those 2 stores that I have that are private labeled, they are stored in USA. And like I said, 90% of my customers are from USA. If I do occasionally get those people buying outside USA, that's fine. Just add a shipping fee in the checkout. What your aim is to find a good fulfillment center as well, so that you can get under 7 business day delivery. Now, if you're dropshipping from China, that's okay. Typically, people don't mind waiting as long as it gets there before an occasion. For example, if you are shipping an item on December 1 and you're advertising for Christmas, it's gonna cut it really close. So I wouldn't suggest doing drop shipping from China, especially if you're advertising for Black Friday, for example, and it's about 2 to 3 weeks away, and most likely they're not gonna get the product, especially with high demand as well. If you do have a winning product, arrange bulk order right now. This is just gonna save you a lot of time and less headaches. So most of my winning products are bundled, and this is a huge competitive advantage because even Amazon or dropshippers won't be able to compete with you or other competitors, because you have something really unique, and that's the key word there, unique. You want that unique selling point for your product, and that's how your customers are going to distinguish you from other competitors, and hence going to trust your brand even more if they like your product and they like your offer. If you don't have a bundled offer yet, I do suggest that you guys start testing different kinds of upsells so you can determine which upsell works well with your current winning product. Now, I do want to discount up to 20%, no higher than that, okay, ideally. Now that's with a call to warm audiences, but with your VIP, you're gonna need more discounts, which I'll explain later on. You need to continuously test your upsells and add upsells to increase your average order value. Like I said, I had a goal of increasing my AOV by 10%. So what I do usually is test different kinds of upsell, see what works, so that I can determine which is the perfect combination for my offer and my funnel. Now, VIP discounts for your high LTV customers. So what this means is your high LTV customers will be the hottest audiences. So what I mean by that is they are the one who's most likely going to convert because they've purchased multiple times from you, or maybe they just keep ordering from you and they keep spending more money on your brand. And these guys, you want to basically hug them with a VIP discounts. You don't want to be offering the same discounts to cold and warm audiences, because that doesn't make them VIP. So what you want is maybe give them a free product or something like that, so that encourages word of mouth and you can give them a higher discount. Okay, think outside the box, see how you can literally increase that emotional feelings with your high LTV customers, because like I said, they're the ones that actually drive your business even further for longevity. Now, plan to implement products to more channels. That's one of my plans, such as Amazon, eBay. Really hopeful for that. See if we can put our brand in there. With Shopify alone, that should be enough for us to reach 1.5 million. But if we do have the chance, we will try out other channels as well. All right, now more of the nitty-gritty stuff, CRO, email marketing, and essential apps. The first thing we want to talk about is increasing profit using CRO. A few things that I do suggest. First, you want to test different price range. Typically, you want at least 5 to 7 days testing a price. Do it incrementally. For example, $5 increase per week, and see the sweet spot. Once you start seeing a decrease in conversion rate, so you have implemented that increase in price, then I do suggest you go back down and start testing again. Take away $5, and if that's the sweet spot, then that's good. Now you just have to worry about average order value. Split test different landing pages per week as well. It's a good one to do. Split test different upsells to determine bundle, which I talked about previously. This is really surprising. You want to split test free shipping versus paid. Two of my brands are doing paid shipping, and they didn't decrease in conversion rate at all. It actually increased our conversion rate surprisingly, but I did test this on my other stores. It was 50-50, so I just do free shipping for that as well. I know most people would be like, oh, that's wrong, just do free shipping, but really test as much as you can, because that's how you are going to win the game. Now, you also want to try different landing page makers such as Zipify, GemPages, and Shogun. This is going to make your landing page aesthetically pleasing and easier to implement CRO ideas. Awesome. Now, with the email marketing, I really just want to touch on this as well. Now, you want to schedule campaigns by the end of September or up to end of December. And that's because if there's any new thing that comes up during October, you can implement it straight away. If you leave it to the last minute, then you're most likely going to cram in all those campaigns, and you are going to struggle. I'm telling you right now, if you don't schedule your campaigns by the end of this month, I learned my lesson last year, and it was just a whole lot of mess pretty much. Okay, now a sign up form with welcome email flow, a must. Like I said, if you don't have this set up, set this up right now. We are using Klaviyo for this. Just some different email flow ideas. You can do welcome flow, start doing 5% to 10% discount when they give their emails. Do entice them with those kind of offers so that they actually put their emails, and you're gonna use those email lists to increase your revenue 50 to 200% during Q4. Abandoned cart email, really no-brainer there. You have to implement that. 3 to 5 email flows for abandoned cart should be enough. Browse abandoned email as well. Repeat VIP customer, re-engage customer. So those people that bought from you, but they haven't seen your contents for a while, so you re-engage with them. And then customer win back. Now these customers are the ones that are about to churn, so that's the one that's about to leave off your email list. So try give them another incentive like 15%, 20% discount. See if you can get them back to seeing more contents from you and to buy from you as well. Okay, those are just some ideas. Now Klaviyo is really great because they have templates for each flows already, so you can just implement that. I do suggest hiring an email marketing agency if you do have the budget. We're currently using Kronos for one of our brands. Really great. They do a good job of designs and split testing, which we currently don't have time for our other brands. Doing a lot of split tests on emails and just really segmenting those customers. I didn't know about that until I hired them. Once they started segmenting our customers, it actually force our email revenue even higher because we're touching those really VIP customers by segmenting them. All right, now the essential apps. I also want to touch on this. These are the must for all of my brands. Email and SMS marketing, Klaviyo. Upsell app, we use Candy Cart, really good. You would typically see 10 to 20% increase in average order value with Candy Cart. Highly recommend. Quantity break, we use Bold. Review app, we use Judge Me. VIP loyalty and affiliate growth hero. So this is where influencers come in, or those people that stand by your brand. You want to go give those VIPs more incentives. For example, if they use their link, okay, they're gonna get 10% commission, and also the customer or perhaps their friend uses their link, they're also gonna get 10% discount. And that's gonna boost your marketing even further, even outside ad platforms, because that's gonna encourage word of mouth. And you're just gonna have a lot of a list of influencers that really, and VIPs that really stand by your brands. I also have feed, so that's just grabbing the feed off our Shopify store into Google, Facebook, and Snapchat, etc. Buy now, pay later, we use partially. That's just because I'm in New Zealand and my current customer base are in USA. With Afterpay, you need a USA business address and use a bank. And unfortunately my company is set here in New Zealand, and the only one that I found was partially to work with us. But I do recommend Afterpay. This is, if you're doing a higher average order value or higher ticket product, this is gonna boost your conversion rate even further by giving them that option of, hey, you can pay later, enjoy the product right now with 4 interest-free payments. No brainer here. Live chat and help desk. We use Reamade for all brands. Post-purchase upsell, really important. We use Reconvert. Now, I just want to explain this even further. With Reconvert, it's not just doing upsells, but also asking your customers, why did they buy from you? And once you understand your customers, honestly, this allowed us to increase our ad spend by 50% and overall increase our revenue by doubling our profit, actually, because we understood who our customers are. So having a survey after they purchase from you is really good, and Reconvert has this. And finally, which I haven't implemented yet, push notification. So that's the one where, when you land on a page, it asks you, hey, do you want to get notifications from this brand? And I haven't implemented this into my website, but ideally I want to, so that we can give them weekly updates and when we're gonna be dropping our discounts and sales or new products and stuff like that. So that's just another channel for you guys to work with. Go to as much channels as you can as possible so more people will see your brand. Alright, so I hope you guys learned something new here, and if you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up. I'm gonna be doing the part 2 sometime in the next week or 2, and we're gonna be touching on paid ads such as Facebook ads, my Facebook creative strategy, testing different kinds of creatives, my ad scaling strategy for Q4. Then we got Google ads as well, and influencers. It's gonna be jam-packed, full of valuable information like this video. So just make sure that if you learned something new here, implement it straight away. And if you guys did enjoy it, hit that like button, comment down below if you have any questions. I will see you guys soon.